Hi everybody! So today I would like to tell you a little bit more about my 20 Nights of Darkness project. I've started this project this October to set up the passage towards Halloween, to get into the mood for fall season, of all the mysticism, the darkness and the melancholy of this period. And I kind of wanted to do the 31 paintings at first, but because of all the travel plans and we were traveling a lot this season and couldn't really catch up, and I decided I'm not gonna put too much stress on myself, so I'm just gonna limit this to 20 paintings. So with this project I kind of wanted to set the passageway towards Halloween during this mystical and spooky and dark season, melancholic also, and so that from the creative perspective that I can also enter with the right mood into this season of fall, which is a very beautiful season. I enjoyed it very much, as it's not only beautiful from the visionary perspective, from the colors and from the changes that happen in the world, in nature, the die out of certain things, but also the giving the birth to the new things in life. But also I feel very creative, and during this season especially, as it sets me in quite a melancholical and sad mood in a way that is very inspiring for a lot of creative work. So anyway, I kind of would like to tell you a little bit more about the paintings that I was doing. So today I unveiled the 13th Night of Darkness, and that was the painting of the cat, of course. I find it was the first painting of the cat I've done in this series, and this is this last painting that I've done so far, the latest. This is the cat and the moon cat. So this painting is dedicated to the kitty that was found here at the farm just recently. And of course cats know where to go. Cats know the best place to go to find shelter and food. So here I would like to start to show you some of the paintings I was working on. And some of them are framed already, that are dry because I'm painting oils. So I start with some modern witch kind of a theme of of course I'm inspired a lot by all the animals and the wildlife that I see here, all the deers and with the horns. I kind of had this imagery in my head that I'm gonna start with that particular painting with a woman with sort of type of horns growing out of the head, which also can be looked at as part of the tree. Then I did some sort of self-portrait in a way, but I don't really regard it as a self-portrait. I kind of wanted to start with self-portrait idea, but then it turned out a little bit different, I think. So just kind of like a mystical a witch or a mystical woman of sorts that is reflected in the mirror. Then I paint candles, of course, as candles is an important part of my life. And I have candles everywhere I go. They accompany all my performances, more or less, and when I paint, I also often have all the candles burning, and they really give me my peace and inspiration, and they kind of guard me also from the bad things. So then this painting here is something that I call Black Waters. So I was working on another painting a while ago that I also called Black Waters, but I didn't really like it, so I kind of wanted to change the theme a little bit. And this is like a woman that is sucked into the mysterious waters during the nighttime, during the full moon, and I accompany this with a text that I wrote that is a little bit of a fairy tale kind of thing, but with a dark twist. So Then I have an owl here, which obviously I love. Well, I love owls. Owl is one of my favorite birds, and here I'm inspired a lot by owls because there are a lot of them here. I hear an owl hooting pretty much every day and owl screeching, and it's not something that you often hear in the urban environment, but here in the nature, in the wild, this is like it's a common thing to hear, and I always feel that I'm kind of get in touch with a little bit of the other world when I hear the owl, and that's great. That's just fantastic. It's not scary. It gives me a little bit of anxiety, but I enjoy it very much. It gives me a lot of inspiration. Then I have these paintings here, with this painting that is a dark forest, just like a dark nocturnal night landscape of the forest that I see here every day, and the full moon, of course. That's just what I like very much. Then I have another painting which is inspired by driving on these lost highways here that they have hardly anybody on the highway. They're pretty much empty, and especially when you drive and it's dark, you can hardly see anything. You just have to watch for the wildlife and the wild animals. And I was working with the theme a little bit before, and I was creating a short video that I kind of want to work on a little bit more to elaborate on this topic a little bit in more details. Because it's so inspiring, like you're just moving with a fast speed somewhere like towards the unknown, and that's what like symbolizes for me, sort of like a search for your own way, through the dark, through the unknown, through the intimidating environment. You still move forward, and you are looking for yourself and for your destination, and that's kind of one of the topics that I work on, while working on this piece. Then I have the windmill. Of course, here at the farm, there is a wind farm. So I see windmills around me every day, and that's amazing because I'm a big fan of this symbol. And as a lot of you know, for my project Dark Ride, for my music project, I use this imagery a lot, maybe not so much anymore, but in the beginning I used it a lot as I was it was sort of a symbol of my project, and that's where also the name comes from, Dark Rad. It's like dark windrad, the German name for windmill. So it's like a dark rod, the dark, something dark is spinning. So these spinning monotonous blades that of artificial nature, they strike me with this with a power and energy that like integrates into the natural environment, but sort of it can take out these energies from the wind. So for me, of course, I look at it as taking the energies from the nature, from the world, and transform them, bring them towards us in this kind of dark way. These are the hidden energies of our souls. So these are one of the topics that I kind of like to elaborate on while working with the imagery of a windmill. And then, of course, I have a jack-o'-lantern, so I can't imagine painting an October series without painting a pumpkin, a carved pumpkin. So from the dark twist, of course, that some stuff is growing out of it, some spans with the trees, with the branches. It's sort of scary a little bit, or maybe not so scary. It doesn't scare me, at least. So then I have this painting that I painted outside. Of course, I don't really see this kind of imagery outside. So I must say that when I paint outdoors, most of the time I don't really copy what I see in the nature. I kind of transform it through the lens of my darkness, of my dark visions, and what I see, I kind of try to catch the alternative realities that are out there. And you just have to be careful with trying to find the best the best way to depict that reality that is piercing through the normal world that we can see with our eyes. But of course, there are other levels that our ordinary eyes can't see. That's what I like to play with. And this is the forest of enchantment, so the forest where some miracles happen. Then comes the painting of a haunted house, which there are a lot of houses like this over here. So you can find them pretty much in a lot of land here, and some of them are really torn down. Some of them they're kind of like you can snoop around there. It might be dangerous, something can break, but I sort of put some life into this house by having lights there, and kind of means that there is life happening there, but that maybe this life is not the ordinary life. Again, it's not that ordinary things that we see, but it's something from the other world. And I have some paintings over there at the windowsill that I'm still working on. They're in process, so I'm not showing them yet. I'm a little past the middle right now, and I just wanted to give you some update details on what I was working on, and as the days pass, I will be open up a painting each day. And on the 31st, I will open the final 20th Night of Darkness painting to enter Halloween and to close the October season and to fully enter into the season, this beautiful and melancholic season of fall. So thank you for being with me tonight, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It helps me to grow a lot as I'm developing my YouTube channel right now. And you can also follow me on my social media, my Instagram and my Facebook accounts, where you can find all the photos of the paintings and the videos, as well as time lapses of creation of some of these paintings. And of course, I welcome you guys to join and consider joining my Patreon club. So I just started Patreon, relaunched it, and I'm working on adding more content there to build up a club for my supporters, my patrons, where I can share exclusive content about my art, my creative activities, my music activities, only for my patrons, my subscribers. Thank you very much for watching again, and have a good evening.